Hey, loving listeners. Welcome to your favorite channel, Mind-Blowing Motive, where we talk about life, purpose, and the power inside you. Today's video is going to touch your heart, wake up your thoughts, and maybe even change your life. Because we're diving deep into something we all want, yet many struggle to find. Happiness. Let's be honest, everybody wants to be happy. But the more we chase it, the more it seems to run away. Some think money will make them happy. Some believe love will bring it. Others search for it in success, fame, or comfort. But still, after achieving so many things, people often feel an emptiness inside. Have you ever asked yourself why? The truth is, happiness is not something outside of you. It's not a destination you reach after achieving everything. It's a state of mind, a daily choice, and a set of habits that shape how you feel from moment to moment. It's simple, but not always easy. Because life is filled with challenges, stress, expectations, and comparisons, all of which quietly eat away at our peace. That's why most people are busy trying to look happy on the outside, but are silently battling anxiety or loneliness inside. But what if I told you that you don't have to wait for happiness to happen to you? What if happiness can start today, right where you are, just by understanding a few deep truths and applying them into your daily life? In today's powerful episode, I'm going to walk you through 6 deeply effective ways to unlock happiness. Not just the kind that lasts for a moment, but the kind that lives inside your soul. These are not boring textbook ideas. These are real, heartfelt, and life-tested ways that can help you find light even in your darkest days. Each way will guide you to think differently, feel lighter, and become more emotionally strong. Whether you're a student, a worker, a parent, or simply someone looking for peace in a noisy world, this video is for you. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's journey together into the heart of happiness. Because once you learn the real secret to being happy, you'll never see life the same way again. Let's begin. Way 1. Accept yourself fully. The power of self-acceptance. Most people spend their entire lives trying to become someone they are not. They compare themselves with others, criticize their own looks, their past mistakes, their choices, or even the way they feel. Deep inside, many people feel like they are not enough. And this hidden belief silently steals away their happiness. They smile on the outside, but inside, there's always a silent war going on. A battle of not feeling worthy. But here's the truth. You cannot be truly happy if you don't accept yourself. Self-acceptance is the foundation of happiness. Without it, you'll always look outside for validation. You'll need people's praise, social media likes, or someone to tell you you're good enough. But when you accept yourself, you stop begging for approval. You start living freely. Accepting yourself doesn't mean you don't try to improve. It means you love yourself even while growing. It means you understand that being human is messy. You'll make mistakes. You'll fall short. You'll feel jealous, angry, or insecure sometimes. But none of that makes you a bad person. It just makes you human. And humans are allowed to be imperfect. Ask yourself, when was the last time you looked in the mirror and said, "I accept you, I love you just as you are"? For most people, the answer is never. We're trained to chase perfection, to fix our face, our body, our career, our everything. But what we forget is, happiness begins when we stop running from ourselves. There's a beautiful power in saying, yes, I've made mistakes. Yes, I have scars. But those scars made me wiser. That pain made me stronger. That journey shaped me, and I am proud of who I'm becoming. If a friend came to you and said, "I failed," you wouldn't shout at them or call them useless. You would show kindness, encouragement, and love. So why is it so hard to show the same love to ourselves? Start practicing self-compassion. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to someone you deeply care about. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," say, "I'm trying my best, and that's enough for today." Instead of hating your body, say, "This body carries me through life every single day. Thank you." These small shifts in your inner language create powerful waves in your emotional world. Remember, self-acceptance is not arrogance. It's peace. It's not giving up. It's choosing to walk forward with love instead of shame. The people who are truly happy are not those who have perfect lives, but those who have made peace with their flaws. They know that their worth doesn't depend on being perfect. It depends on being real. A flower doesn't compare itself with another flower. It just blooms. In the same way, you don't have to compete with others. Just be yourself. Your real self, the one with dreams, fears, kindness, and fire inside, is already enough. The moment you truly accept yourself, a heavy burden drops from your shoulders. You stop pretending. You start living. And that's when happiness begins to bloom, quietly but beautifully. So, take a deep breath, look inside, and remind yourself, I am not perfect, but I am worthy of love, peace, and happiness. Exactly as I am. That's the first and one of the biggest secrets to being happy. Way 2. Live in the present moment. The art of now. Have you ever found yourself lying in bed, thinking about something that happened years ago? A mistake, a heartbreak, a missed chance? Or maybe you keep worrying about tomorrow. What if you fail? What if something goes wrong? What if people judge you? If this sounds like you, don't worry. You're not alone. Most of us live either in the past or the future. And that is exactly why we often miss the only place where happiness truly exists: the present moment. You see, life is happening right now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but now. And the biggest secret happy people know is that the present is the only place where peace, joy, and real life can be felt. The past is just a memory. The future is just imagination. But this moment, your breath, your heartbeat, your surroundings, is real. And when you learn how to live inside this moment, everything changes. Think about it. How many beautiful moments have you missed because your mind was somewhere else? You're having dinner with your family, but you're scrolling through your phone. You're walking under the sky, but you're worrying about next week's exam. You're listening to a friend talk, but inside, you're replaying a fight from last month. Life is constantly giving us gifts, but we're too busy to unwrap them. Happiness is not hidden in some big achievement in the future. It's hidden in small things. The way sunlight hits your face in the morning, the laughter of a child, a warm cup of tea, the wind playing with your hair. But to enjoy these things, you have to be present. Living in the present doesn't mean you forget the past or stop planning for the future. It means you don't get trapped by them. You learn from the past, prepare for tomorrow, but you live today. Here's something you can try. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the air entering your lungs. Listen to the sounds around you. Notice the weight of your body. Let your thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. What you're doing right now is mindfulness. and it's one of the most powerful ways to bring your mind back to the present. You don't need to be a monk or meditate for hours to live in the now. You can do it anytime. When brushing your teeth, walking on the street, eating your food, or even talking to someone. Just bring your full attention to what you're doing. That simple practice can turn ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences. Many people think happiness is a destination. I'll be happy when I get that job. I'll be happy when I lose weight. I'll be happy when I find love. But what they don't realize is, when you live with a when mindset, happiness always stays in the future. And the future never really comes. Because once you reach one goal, your mind runs to the next. That's why even millionaires sometimes feel empty. Because they've reached their goals but forgot how to live in the moment. Real happiness is quiet. It's not flashy or loud. It's found in a smile, in stillness, in peace, in awareness. It's found when you look at life and say, "This is enough. I am enough. This moment is enough." Let go of regrets. They are heavy. Let go of fear. It steals your today. Let go of the need to control everything. Just breathe. Just be. Be here, right now. One day when you're older, you'll look back at these days and realize the small things were actually the big things. The conversations, the walks, the sunsets, the laughter. You'll wish you had noticed them more. So why not start now? When you begin to live in the present moment, anxiety starts to melt. Your mind becomes lighter. You start noticing beauty all around you. You feel more alive, more connected, and yes, more happy. So next time your thoughts run wild, gently remind yourself, the past is gone. The future is not promised. But this moment, this beautiful, simple moment, is mine to live. And that, dear listener, is one of the most powerful secrets to being happy. Way 3. Practice gratitude daily. Finding joy in what you already have. Have you ever noticed that we often focus more on what we don't have rather than what we do? You get a new phone, and within a week, you want a newer one. You pass your exam, but then you immediately worry about your job. You get love, but still wish for more attention. This endless cycle of wanting more and more is what steals our happiness quietly. But there's one simple habit that can break this cycle and bring you real joy. And that's gratitude. Gratitude is the art of being thankful for what you have, instead of being sad about what you don't. It's about waking up and saying, I may not have everything I want, but I have so much to be thankful for. You see, a person who lives with gratitude doesn't need perfect conditions to feel happy. They find joy in small, simple things. The sun shining through the window, a warm smile from a friend, clean water, a roof over their head, or the sound of birds in the morning. Many people wait for big events to be grateful, a new car, a promotion, a vacation. But the secret is, gratitude is most powerful when practiced every day, even for the smallest things. Because when you train your brain to notice the good, your heart starts to feel lighter. You become less angry, less jealous, less stressed. And guess what? You start to feel happier. Let's think for a moment. There are millions of people who don't have what you have right now. Some don't have food on the table. Some don't have a family. Some don't have health. And yet we often forget to say thank you for the things we enjoy every day. Our eyes that can see, our legs that can walk, our voice that can speak, our heart that keeps beating. A powerful way to practice gratitude is by writing a gratitude journal. Every night before sleeping, take 2 minutes and write down 3 things you are grateful for that day. It could be anything. I had a peaceful walk. I laughed with my friend. I ate my favorite food. At first, it may feel small, but over time, you'll realize that life is full of beautiful moments. You were just too busy to notice. Gratitude also helps you handle tough times better. Life isn't always easy. There will be losses, failures, heartbreaks. But even during hard times, gratitude gives you strength. It helps you focus on what's still good instead of what went wrong. It helps you say, yes, this is painful, but I still have things to live for. That mindset can turn suffering into strength. Have you ever been around someone who complains all the time? They always talk about what's missing, what's wrong, what's unfair. Being around them feels heavy, right? Now think about someone who always says Alhamdulillah or thank God. Someone who is calm, kind, and content with what they have. That kind of energy feels peaceful. That's the power of a grateful heart. Gratitude also improves relationships. When you appreciate people, your parents, friends, partner, or even coworkers, they feel valued. And when people feel valued, they give more love, more support, more care. Sometimes all it takes is a simple thank you to make someone's day better. And when we lift others up, we feel lifted too. Even science agrees. Researchers have found that people who practice gratitude regularly have lower stress, better sleep, stronger immune systems, and higher levels of happiness. Gratitude literally changes the way your brain works. It creates new pathways that focus on the positive instead of the negative. But remember, gratitude is not about ignoring pain. It's about acknowledging both the good and the bad, but choosing to focus on what lifts you, not what breaks you. It's not about pretending everything's perfect. It's about realizing that even in imperfection, there's still beauty. Imagine waking up every day and saying, thank you for this breath. Thank you for this day. Thank you for another chance to try. Wouldn't life feel different? You don't need more to be happy. You just need to notice more. The clothes you're wearing, the device you're using to listen to this, the ability to hear this voice. All of these are blessings. And when you open your eyes to what you already have, you'll see you are already richer than you think. So starting today, choose gratitude. Not just once a week, but every single day. Because the more grateful you are, the more happiness will quietly grow inside your heart. And that, dear friend, is another secret to living a joyful life. Way 4. Let go of what you can't control. The freedom of surrender. One of the biggest sources of unhappiness in life is trying to control things that are not in our hands. Think about it for a moment. How much time have you wasted worrying about what someone thinks about you, or what might happen tomorrow, or why someone treated you unfairly? We try to control people, outcomes, opinions, even time. But the more we try, the more exhausted and anxious we feel. And here lies a life-changing truth. You can't control everything. And you don't need to. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting the flow of life. It means doing your best and then releasing the rest. That simple shift, from control to trust, can bring you a kind of peace you've never felt before. Because the truth is, we suffer the most, not because of what happens to us, but because of how tightly we hold on to expectations. You expected someone to love you the way you love them, and they didn't. You expected your hard work to bring immediate success, but it didn't. You expected life to go a certain way, but it chose a different path. And in all of this, your heart feels stuck, angry, or disappointed. But imagine this. You're holding sand in your palm. If you try to squeeze it tightly, it slips away. But if you hold it gently, it stays. That's how life works. The more you try to grip it, the more it resists. But when you relax, when you accept, life flows more freely. And in that flow, happiness is found. We need to understand that not everything is our responsibility. You are not responsible for someone else's reaction. You are not responsible for how others see you. You are not responsible for the weather, the past, or the outcome of every decision. What you are responsible for is your effort, your attitude, and your response. So instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" That one question can transform pain into purpose. Because every time life throws you something unexpected, there's a chance to grow. If you're willing to let go of the illusion of control. Letting go also means forgiving. Not just others, but yourself too. Some people carry guilt, shame, or regret like heavy luggage through life. But no journey can feel joyful if your back is breaking from emotional weight. Forgive yourself for not knowing better. Forgive yourself for being human. Forgive others, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Here's a practical step. Make a list of all the things you're currently stressed about. Then draw 2 columns. One side, can control, and the other, cannot control. Write honestly. You'll be surprised how many things fall into the second column. For those things, take a deep breath and mentally say, "I release this. I give this to the universe, to God, or simply to time." That simple act of surrender can calm your racing mind and relax your heart. People often confuse control with strength, but real strength is found in surrender. It's in saying, "I've done what I can. Now I let life do the rest." It's not weak, it's wise, because peace comes not from perfect conditions, but from a peaceful mindset. We live in a world that glorifies control. Control your time, your image, your future. But if you talk to truly happy people, you'll find they are more flexible, more accepting. They don't fight life. They flow with it. They trust that things happen for them, not to them. Letting go also means accepting uncertainty. And that's scary. The unknown feels risky. But it's also where growth lives. When you let go of needing to know all the answers, you create space for life to surprise you in beautiful ways. Think of the sky. Clouds come and go. Storms pass. But the sky doesn't try to hold them. It simply allows. Your mind can be like that sky. Spacious, open, calm. Thoughts will come, emotions will come. But you don't have to hold on to all of them. Just observe, breathe, and let them pass. Every moment you spend trying to control the uncontrollable is a moment you lose from actually living. So next time you feel anxious, ask yourself, am I trying to control something that's not mine to control? If yes, gently step back, breathe, trust, and let go, because the freedom that comes with surrender is priceless. It gives you back your energy, your clarity, and your joy. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care wisely. You do your part with love and dedication. And then you rest in the knowing that whatever is meant for you will come. And whatever is not was never yours to begin with. So don't hold life too tightly. Let it flow. Let people be. Let moments come and go. And in that letting go, you'll discover a happiness that's light, deep, and free. That's another sacred secret to being happy. Way 5. Build meaningful relationships. The power of real connection. Let's be honest. We live in a world full of people, but many of us still feel lonely. We have thousands of friends on social media, but we don't have even one person we can truly open up to. We spend hours scrolling through pictures, watching others live their lives, yet feel disconnected from our own. But deep down, we all carry the same human need: to be seen, to be heard, to be loved. And that need can only be fulfilled through real, meaningful relationships. Happiness, at its core, is deeply connected to the quality of your relationships. You can have all the money, fame, and success in the world, but if you don't have people you can laugh with, cry with, and grow with, your heart will still feel empty. That's because we were never designed to walk this life alone. We are emotional beings. We need touch, words, empathy, support, and above all, connection. But building strong relationships takes more than just time. It takes honesty, vulnerability, patience, and love. 16th of June, 2313. So the real question is, do you invest in your relationships, or do you take them for granted? Let's start with the people closest to you. Your family. When was the last time you looked your parents in the eyes and said, "Thank you"? When was the last time you hugged your sibling without rushing? When did you last sit beside a grandparent and just listen to their stories? These small acts build big bridges. Life is unpredictable, and the people we love won't always be here. Don't wait to say what matters. Say it now. Then comes friendship. Not the shallow kind where you only talk about movies or gossip, but the deep kind. The kind that makes you feel safe, understood, and supported. A real friend is someone who celebrates your wins and holds your hand through losses. Someone who tells you the truth, even when it's hard. If you have even one friend like that, you're blessed. If not, become that kind of friend, and you'll attract the same. And then there's love. Romantic relationships. We all want to be loved, but true love is not just about romance or butterflies. It's about showing up. It's about being there even when it's inconvenient. It's about listening without judgment, supporting without controlling, and loving without conditions. If you find someone who sees your scars and still stays, hold them close. That's rare, that's sacred. But relationships aren't always easy. People hurt us, we hurt them. Egos clash, words cut, distances grow, and that's why forgiveness is key. If you hold on to every mistake someone made, you'll end up alone and bitter. Learn to forgive, not because they're perfect, but because your peace matters more than your pride. Also, learn to communicate. Most problems in relationships come not from what's said, but from what's left unsaid. Learn to express your feelings, not by shouting, but by sharing. Learn to listen, not to reply, but to understand. Create space for honesty, and your relationships will deepen. Another thing to remember: not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Sometimes we hold on to toxic people out of fear or habit. But if someone constantly disrespects you, drains your energy, or makes you feel small, it's okay to let them go. You can love someone from a distance. Protect your peace. Surround yourself with people who make you feel more alive, not more anxious. The most meaningful relationships are not built on luxury, gifts, or fancy dinners. They're built on trust, respect, shared laughter, shared silence, shared dreams. They're built in quiet mornings, late-night conversations, and moments of truth. Also, don't forget the most important relationship you'll ever have: your relationship with yourself. If you don't love who you are, if you're always criticizing yourself, if you never give yourself rest or kindness, how can you expect others to fill that gap? Your happiness begins with self-acceptance. Speak to yourself like someone you love. Respect your own boundaries. Nurture your soul. A powerful way to build better relationships is by being present. When someone talks to you, put the phone down. Look into their eyes. Listen with your heart. In this fast world, presence is the rarest and most valuable gift you can give. And it's also the most memorable. Studies show that people with strong, positive relationships live longer, have better mental health, and experience more joy. Why? Because humans are wired for connection. When we feel connected, we feel safe, we feel worthy, we feel alive. So if you want to be happy, don't just chase success or material things. Invest in people. Value them. Choose kindness over ego. Apologize when you're wrong. Celebrate others without jealousy. Stand by your loved ones. Not just in good times, but especially when they're down. That's when they'll remember you the most. In the end, it's not the achievements or possessions that bring lasting happiness. It's the moments. The laugh you shared. The shoulder you leaned on. The memory you created together. When your life flashes before your eyes one day, it's the faces of the people you loved that will matter the most. So nurture your relationships. Be the light in someone's life. Be the reason someone smiles today. And in doing so, you'll find that happiness always finds its way back to you. That's the fifth sacred way to discover true happiness. Way 6. Live with purpose. Find meaning beyond the routine. Have you ever had a day where everything felt fine on the outside, but something deep inside felt empty? Like you're going through the motions. Wake up, work, eat, sleep. But your heart feels tired. That's not laziness. That's not depression. That's a signal. A quiet whisper from your soul saying, "You're meant for more." Purpose isn't something only great people have. It's not reserved for scientists, leaders, or famous creators. You don't need to build an empire to live with purpose. Sometimes, purpose is as simple as being a good parent, a kind teacher, a supportive friend, a healer, a helper, or even someone who makes others smile. Your purpose doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be true. We all have a reason we're here. Something only we can offer the world. But sadly, many people spend their lives chasing what looks good instead of what feels right. They choose comfort over calling. And in that comfort, they slowly lose their spark. But when you live with purpose, even your struggles feel meaningful. Even your pain becomes part of a greater story. You wake up not just to survive the day, but to serve something bigger than yourself. And that alone brings a kind of happiness that success, money, or fame can never match. So how do you find your purpose? Start by asking, what makes my heart come alive? What am I naturally drawn to? What can I do for hours without getting tired? What breaks my heart in the world? And what small thing can I do to make it better? Your purpose often lives at the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, and what the world needs. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be honest. For some, it's creating art. For others, it's healing pain. For some, it's building a business. For others, it's teaching children. And for many, it's just spreading kindness wherever they go. Don't compare your purpose to someone else's. What matters is that it's real to you. Sometimes your purpose changes with time. That's okay. Life has seasons. What matters is that you don't live the same year 80 times and call it a life. Growth is part of purpose, and growth means movement, progress. Even small steps count. Here's the truth. When you don't know why you're living, everything feels heavy. But when you know your why, even hard work feels light. Even obstacles become opportunities. Because purpose gives you fuel. Purpose gives you direction. It gives you reason to wake up with hope. One powerful way to live with purpose is to serve others. Happiness multiplies when it's shared. When you help someone, even with a smile, a kind word, or a hand of support, your heart grows. Suddenly, your life feels bigger than your own problems. Suddenly, you're part of something meaningful. Volunteering, mentoring, teaching, listening, uplifting, encouraging. These are not just good deeds. They are purpose in action. Think of the people who changed your life. It probably wasn't their success or beauty that touched you. It was their heart, their care, their words. That's what lasts. That's what purpose looks like. Another important point. Purpose is not the same as busyness. Many people stay busy their whole life, chasing deadlines, running from one task to another. But inside, they feel lost. Purpose is not about filling your schedule. It's about filling your soul. It's about doing things that matter, to you and to others. And don't wait for the perfect time to start. Start now, where you are, with what you have. Write the story. Start the conversation. Share the idea. Help that one person. Be a light. The world is full of noise, but what it really needs is your truth. Living with purpose also means saying no to things that don't align with your heart. It means choosing depth over popularity, peace over pressure, meaning over approval. That takes courage, but that courage leads to real joy. And here's the most beautiful part. When you live with purpose, you inspire others to find theirs. Your light helps others see. Your strength reminds others of their own. Purpose is contagious. So if life ever feels dull, ask yourself, am I living with purpose or just passing time? Because every moment you spend connected to your purpose adds color to your life. And not just to yours, but to everyone you touch. At the end of your life, what will matter is not how much you earned, how many followers you had, or how fancy your car was. What will matter is, did you live with purpose? Did you love well? Did you make someone's life better? Did you become who you were born to be? If the answer is yes, then you've truly lived. And that, dear listener, is the final and deepest secret to being truly happy. So, dear listener, happiness isn't something you find in a faraway land or in the next big achievement. It's already within you, waiting to be awakened, step by step. When you choose peace over pressure, gratitude over greed, forgiveness over grudges, and purpose over routine, you slowly unlock the kind of joy that can't be bought, only lived. Always remember this: you are worthy of happiness. You deserve a life that feels good inside, not just looks good outside. And the best part? You don't have to wait for a perfect moment to begin. Start now. Start small. Start with your heart. And if today's words touched you even a little, if you felt a spark of hope, a moment of clarity, or a push toward a better you, then don't keep this journey to yourself. Share it with someone you care about. Let them feel the light too. Because true happiness grows when it's shared. This is your friend from Mind-Blowing Motive, where we don't just talk, we grow together. If you believe in learning, healing, and rising higher every day, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss another powerful journey. Until next time. stay kind, stay grounded, and stay truly happy.